Well, welcome back, guys. So I'm back at the Homestead property. As you know, we've decided we're going to go ahead and sell this property and relocate our homestead project to the central part of Texas, the hill country, hopefully. So we're going to go ahead and move Maggie, our 2019 23-foot Airstream Flying Cloud, down to the hill country at the end of this year in December, and then spend all of next winter down there exploring and hopefully identifying a new place to begin a new homestead project. Again, it is still our goal to develop a long-term self-reliant homestead, but for occupation during the winter months. We're going to keep our place here in town. We love this part of the world, and we'll spend summer months here and winter months down in the hill country of Texas. So anyhow, that's the plan. I'm back here today. I've got to get some things done. We did go ahead and list this property a few days ago, so it is officially on the market, and maybe I'll put a link to that in the description. So Lisa wants me to bring all of the potted plants that have been sitting here in the garden area back to the house in town. So going to load those up today and take them home. So tomorrow's Friday, and I'm going to be cooking my famous smash burgers. We do that about once a quarter. Lisa loves them. She makes homemade buns, and I make, you know, not a typical smash burger, but I like to add pickled cucumbers and pickled red onions on there, and I make those myself. So anyway, got to swing by the grocery store and pick up some supplies. Go ahead. I'm unloading all these plants here on the driveway so that Lisa can peruse them and make sure that no toxic or invasive plants made it over here on the journey. We did have petty surge, which is a toxic plant, toxic to animals, in the garden in a couple of these pots, and I think I got rid of most of that, but I want her to comb through this stuff before we actually take it up to our garden area here at the house. Wow. So you guys can probably see this is our garden area. This is the area of our house. We're kind of in a, you know, on the side of a mountain and very forested. And so this is the area that gets the most sunlight during summer hours. It gets about 7 hours a day right here in this spot. So it's a good place to do gardening. But we haven't done any gardening here in a couple of years, and it's way overgrown. We're gonna mostly make this, we decided, a flower garden and some herbs. We've got herbs up here on the deck, but down here we'll do more herbs and mostly flowers. So it'll be just, you know, a nice Zen kind of meditation garden. We've got lavender there that we planted a couple of years ago. We do have raspberries and of course lots of blackberries. They grow wild around here. But this definitely needs to be cleaned up before I bring those other plants down here. So Lisa and I will tackle that together over the next couple of days. So for my pickled onions, real easy. I just slice the onions thin. I like red onions. Pour some boiling water over those onions. Leave it for about a minute. Drain the onions. Put them in your mason jar, 1 pint. Mix together 3/4 cup of water, 3/4 cups of white wine vinegar, and 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. About there. And stir that together until the salt dissolves. And then pour that over your onions, seal it, put it in the refrigerator, and let that pickle for at least 4 hours. For me, it's going to be overnight. Tomorrow, we're cooking the burgers tomorrow night, so I like to make this stuff a day ahead of time. For the cucumbers, what I'm doing right now is trying to drain as much water out of those cucumbers. So they'll sit for about 2 hours with the salt. That helps extract the water. And then what I'll do is put those in a jar similar to this one. Add basically 3/4 cup of, again, the white wine vinegar, about 2 tablespoons of sugar. We like to use monk fruit sweetener instead of sugar. You don't need 2 tablespoons of monk fruit sweetener. It's very, very sweet. And then about a teaspoon basically of white pepper. Mix that all together. Pour that over the cucumbers, again in the refrigerator overnight. They come out delicious. Both come out delicious. So these are, condiments that I put on my smash burger. So that's coming up. Okay, and finally, the last thing for my smash burgers is my special burger sauce. So what I do is I take about a 1/2 cup of mayo, 3 tablespoons of ketchup, about 2 tablespoons of sweet relish, about a teaspoon of sugar, and a teaspoon and a half of white vinegar. Mix that up, put that in the fridge for at least a couple of hours. Again, for me, it's going to be overnight. And that is some awesome burger sauce. Oh yeah.
6 larger or 8 smaller?
You mean for our
Baba burgers.
Let's do 6 larger.
Okay.
What kind are you making?
Kind of buns?
Yeah.
Just some sesame seed buns.
Sesames?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the cool part?
Yeah.
You're cool. All right, so Friday night, want to find a bottle of wine to enjoy with these smash burgers. We recently had a wine festival here in town featuring quite a few wineries from the Umpqua Valley, which is nearby, and the Applegate Valley, which is near the Rogue Valley. A lot of great wine coming out of the Applegate Valley, and this is one of them. It's called Scrumptious Velour. From Circadian Cellars, and it's a blend, 36% Malbec, 25% Cabernet Sauvignon, 21.7% Merlot, and a little over 16% Cabernet Franc. So that sounds like a Bordeaux style blend to me, and should go real well with the smash burgers. Getting our afternoon walk in, right, hon?
Yep.
Whew.
It's a good hill.
Yeah, this is our 800-foot climb, gets the ticker ticking. But we want to get our ticker ticking before we consume these smash burgers tonight. Oh. So guys, I forgot to mention, first of all, thanks to all the new ham radio enthusiasts that watched the video last week and gave me such a great warm welcome to the hobby. I really appreciate that. Had a lot of views, and a lot of those views were folks that are into amateur radio. I did take the next level test yesterday, or 2 days ago, and passed it. And it's already been registered with the FCC, and the FCC this morning actually, in 2 days, which was really fast, sent me the license for the upgrade to general. So now I have privileges under the general license, which really opens up the bandwidth. So there's only one more level to go. That's amateur extra. And as I mentioned before, I'm not going to pursue that for, you know, a while. Down the road, I'm sure I will if I continue to develop the hobby. But right now, having that general privilege really is all I need. So really excited about that, and loving the camaraderie of the radio world. So lots of good stuff, lots of adventure ahead. As it turns out, I should have cooked this on the cast iron skillet inside the house. The wind is blowing like crazy from the ocean, and so I'm not getting as hot of a griddle as I should to, you know, crisp the edges of these smash burgers. That's the whole point of doing it. And they're not crisping up, but that's okay. Still gonna be good. Lisa will generally not eat this American cheese. It's not cheese to her, which I tend to agree. But these smash burgers are an exception. It's probably the only time that we'll eat this kind of cheese. What? Happy Friday, love. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Friday to you guys, and cheers. Baba Burgers. Let's get on it.
Yeah, I'm not going to even bother doing
So how's this look on? Is there any petty surge? Have you seen any?
that. I did. I grabbed a couple over there. I threw them in here.
Okay, good.
So.
But otherwise looks pretty good.
Yeah, just overrun with, you know, wheatgrass and weeds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we've got a lot of these smaller pots and stuff. So, I mean, you can really re-engineer the look of, you know, the entryway going in or out here.
Yeah.
Certainly be nice to get some life in these hangars.
Yeah. Yep. Why are you watering the weeds, Lisa? So I can pull them out easier. Better question is, why did we let it get this bad?
Well, okay, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for joining us this week. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. We'll look forward to seeing you next time.